Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the Drunk by Noon podcast. I'm your host, Michael Pecker, joined here by my colleagues, Bayou, Cooperman Sampson, and Bowen Peter. And if you're wondering why I just introduced everybody like that, it's because that's the way it's done in China.
And Japan.
And Japan.
And at the hospital.
And at
where I just came from.
Were you actually at the hospital?
No, well, I don't know. Is this? You guys thought I came from the hospital for
You
some
look like you were dressed from the hospital.
I remember once I went to the hospital for I had a foot infection, and the guy's yelling out the names like, "Are you Peter Bowen?" They're like, "Yeah, you're here for your heart." I'm like, "No." He's like, same thing." I'm like, "No, not at all. Like, why the fuck would you even say that shit? What the fuck is going on?
What hospital did you go to?
General Hospital. That was crazy. General Montreal.
Montreal General?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're still
good.
in China, huh? General Montreal. Fucking nuts.
I love how my Jewish friends are always like in the older, like my grandmother and stuff. So they'd be like, "Go to the Jewish. Don't go to any other hospital. The Jewish is clean."
I went to the Jewish when I stabbed myself in the hand.
Okay. Why did you do that?
I was cutting hash one day, and
Why would you do that to him?
huh?
The one.
The drug, not the person.
Yeah.
I was cutting hash one day, and it was like hard hash, and so I was chipping away at it, and I was using a knife, and I'm like, this is very dangerous. I'm like, there's probably a safer way to do this. And then as I'm thinking that, I stab myself in the webbing of my hand right here. And it goes in, and I pull the fucking knife out, and just Kill Bill levels of blood just start squirting out and shit.
Did you finish?
And I'm like, oh fuck. No, I ended up throwing the hash across the room. And then I tourniqueted my hand and shit, and I got my boy to drive me to the hospital. And at first we went to the new hospital there, the MUHC or whatever.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
they
the mega
built.
hospital, yeah.
But I couldn't find the emergency doors.
So it's impossible to find anything.
Yeah,
there.
so it's fucking. After 5 minutes, I'm just let's just go to the Jewish, and then so we just.
How many people have died in hospitals just because they're lost?
Yeah, it's probably
what I
a
mean?
lot. Yeah.
Imagine you come in, he's like, "This is not emergency." He just dies.
Yeah. Sorry, you got to go down 2 floors.
There's
and,
7
look to your
doctors. This is
left.
oncology.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to an AA meeting with my dad recently.
Okay.
All right, let's cut that out.
Or as
I went
my
to-
dad.
I went to an AA meeting actually for this girl that I was dating once. And basically there was a guy, they do a speech, a success story fucking thing at the end where they do a Q&A after the meeting.
That's not gay at all.
I mean, listen, it was actually kind of funny because the guy was an ex-drug dealer, but now he's a preacher, pastor. I don't know if he's a pastor, but he
Okay, so he's a failed drug dealer.
basically he got caught.
Right.
So that's the whole story. He gets caught, goes to jail, then becomes a born again, whatever.
Yeah. That's the cop out. If any reformed criminal who ends up becoming a preacher or a pastor, that's the biggest fucking cop out ever. Dude, you just sucked at
because he got
crime.
caught, yeah.
You sucked at crime.
Yeah.
You realized you had no skills at in your 40s, and you're oh, I'm just gonna talk about how bad crime is. We know how bad crime is. We don't need another fucking one of you. You know what I mean?
No, my mom.
No, but wait, hold on. The best part is so then the question period, right?
Right.
So then I ask him so I actually raised, obviously as a guest, I'm I have a question, and I hate guests the guests are fucking annoying, because they're oh, you're just here for fucking anthropological reasons, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm sitting there, I'm
the
out of-
guest is Indiana Jones.
Yeah. He's a fossil. I'm asking. I asked him so how do you reconcile making so much less money as a pastor as opposed to being a drug dealer like you used to do? And he goes, man, I'm still working on that shit.
Dude, my mom's church. So the guy, he had a bunch of factions. You had whatever.
The cops show up. God help me.
No, he had a bunch of. He had a church in Edmonton, Labrador, whatever. So then, But I remember at the church in Montreal, I remember this. These new people come in and he's preaching, and then they don't want none of it. They just want to leave. So the entrance, it says entrance, and then there's the exit. But the exit it goes into a room and he locks the doors. So they'll go into the room and it's locked. And then you like commentate on them. You're like, look at them. They're lost souls. They're going into... But it's literally, he locked the door. Like, he locked the door. So it's like, he made a whole spectacle for everyone to be like, oh, I see. They're all lost. I'm like, no, you did that.
Yeah,
Like,
you locked the door.
he locked the door on him. It was insane. And I remember people used to put like... I remember one guy put on $1,000 into like the offering. Like, you know, you put the, like $5 or whatever. You put like $20 until like... And then one guy put $1,000 in. And I'm like, bro, what?
Like just gets an ounce of crack.
Yeah, that's what I felt like there was something. And I remember my dad back in the day, because my mom's like, you should come to church. He's like, man, I don't trust a guy that has a Cadillac in the back. And he had 2 Cadillacs. I was like, oh, this guy's killing, bro. Like, what the fuck?
For sure.
I'm like, holy smokes, man.
He was probably the fucking Samson's reformed guy's connection.
Another thing he said. So he has a kid also. So a daughter.
Yeah,
obviously. And this was so another guy in
Obviously,
the room.
it can't just be a single reformed.
He was also wearing a full suit and tie, like
Yeah, most of them.
Zero surprise.
This is all rebranding.
Zero surprise.
Rebranding. Right?
Yeah.
So then someone else, I keep saying in the audience, because in my mind this is all a show because I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah.
So in the room, okay, this guy raises his hand and he's, because the guy doing the speech, he said how like he got reconnected with his daughter after years of not speaking. And then this guy in the crowd, in the fucking room, he goes, he's like, how, because like, I also haven't spoken to my daughter in years. How have you reconnected with your daughter? And he goes, I just bought her a Honda Civic.
That's how you reconnect.
So it's like years of not talking. You buy a Honda Civic.
Also, how did you afford the Honda Civic?
By selling crack, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
bro. Yeah, definitely.
Obviously. I remember
Probably not being a pastor with no congregation.
What was the race of this man?
Italian. I say Italian.
No.
I mean, the accent clearly gave it away. You know, Southern white man from Alabama.
Okay.
No, he was black. But that's not that irrelevant to the story because, I mean, I'm sure this exact situation happens to so many guys.
No, definitely no. It's not. Okay, here's the thing.
He could have been Italian, same shit.
As someone who's been to jail in Quebec,
Yeah.
multiple times across a period of 12 years, I will be the first one to tell you there are more white people in jail than any other kind of person.
Okay.
Like you would
I believe that because when I would
Yeah.
watch Cops, like, you know, the whole stereotype was like Cops is racist.
Yeah.
Then like 9 times out of 10, it's a white crack meth
No,
addict.
yeah, exactly. So that's
Yeah.
what 80% of jail
It's mostly
is just,
trailer trash.
Is just exactly. It's just Quebecois. Like at least in Quebec, it's like crackhead Quebecers. You know what I mean?
It makes sense.
Like if you went to Russia and you went to go visit a Russian jail, the majority of people in Russian jail are going to be white Russians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you go to the States and like Alabama or something, the majority of people in jail are going to be black people because the States is racist. But
yeah,
you know,
I was going to go to that. I was going to say,
You know what
if you're going to say white, I'm like, I get the fuck out.
no.
Plus, they have like penal labor in prisons in the U.S.
Yeah, because it's all privatized.
Especially in the southern
Yeah.
states, yeah, they're big on like
No, they make
labor camp. Well, not
They just
yeah.
figured out legal slavery again. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all it
Yeah.
is.
No, because it's all privatized.
It's in the Constitution. It's like the 13th Amendment or something. Like if you're a felon.
I get the feeling that like
That's how they got like the southern states. Again, don't sue me, Alabama, but this is how I got. By the way, speaking of don't sue me, Jack Nicholson, sorry for accusing you of rape. It was a comment on Reddit. But you did beat up a hooker and gave her brain damage, and now she's dying from that, so I don't feel that bad about it. Okay.
Imagine he's at home. He's like, she's dying.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, no, they have, because they included in the Constitution like the 13th Amendment or whatever.
I wish I said something so far.
Can you resuscitate her?
Yeah.
Hey, I was just wondering if the hooker has brain function.
Can she still accept the $20 for head?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Anyways, Ubai said something fucking 30
Oh, she
minutes
did?
into the pod, yeah.
Oh, she did. Oh, what's up? You buy? What's up?
What's up,
Great.
Ubai? What kind of people are in Chinese jails?
Kind of people what?
What kind of people can you find in Chinese prisons?
Mostly
Chinese
black
people.
guys.
Mostly black guys.
Yeah.
Chinese people?
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly Chinese people in Chinese prisons.
Oh, actually, this is one thing I actually want to ask. Is there clubs? Like, what kind? Do you go to clubs in China?
Yeah,
Just
I've been
all
to.
Jews.
People people don't dance. Chinese people don't dance.
They don't dance.
Yeah, they just
That's old
drink.
Jews trying to make money in capitalistic ways. I was just selling merchandise. Kill me. Just kill me.
All right, hear me out. Made in Israel. No, no, but like, so I noticed that in Japan, they don't. The guys and the girls, they like separate, and then they dance. Like,
Yeah, they try to get each other in China too. Yeah.
yeah,
You guys see that?
So how does anyone fuck?
but they party hard though. Like in Japan, they party hard. Like they did that, but they partied hard. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, like they were drinking and shit, obviously.
Yeah, like the one guy we kept like so I was in this one club, and then the guy's like, "Yo, you guys from Canada?" He's like, yeah. He's like, "Yo." He goes to the bartender, "Yo, pop the bottles." And I'm like, okay. So then we got like test tubes of shots.
Yeah, then you get like fucking 20% sake, and you're like, oh, this is good.
No, but he kept doing it the entire night. And then at one point, this girl spills something on the floor, and she's like using the paper towels, and then we're using the paper towels, and the guy's like, "Did you just help her clean that fucking spill?" We're like, "Yeah." Pop the bottles. I'm like, "How do you make money here, bro? I don't even understand." And then the girls were like dancing on both sides. So
They draw child pornography, obviously.
So wait, how did you get a guy in the club if you wanted?
Yeah,
to
how
go-
do you pick up a guy?
I think men do the picking up. Women do just wait.
Women just wait?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I wish I didn't bomb.
But so if you got picked up in the club, right?
No, I've never been.
You never been to the club?
I've never been picked up.
Oh
I don't
no!
have-
Oh, no.
Oh, you're just waiting
Yeah, still right now.
till like 3 a.m. in the morning.
She moved countries.
Maybe it was the fact that she brought bitters and 7 different bottles of liquor.
Worcester sauce.
Yeah.
And
Worcester. Jesus
Worcester.
Christ,
Oh
man.
shoot, man! I don't know, man.
Worcester.
Chester.
Worcester.
We learned something today.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's very good shit.
Nice.
Stop.
I
Bringing,
saw the craziest shit actually online recently. I saw this hooker who said she was Japanese. When I looked at her face, she was clearly white, but had this surgery. This is a real thing. They get surgery done to look
more
Asian.
Asian.
And you could tell it's so stupid because
So what's that? That's just when you put duct tape on your fucking temples? Like,
essentially permanent duct tape, yeah. So it literally looks like a white person doing this, for like
that's
their,
the stupid
for their
shit.
whole life, and the eyes. It clearly is not an Asian person.
There's like
Yeah.
some body modification shit I don't understand. Like, you know how like in the Caribbean, remember like 10 years ago was a big thing to get your pupils tattooed?
Yeah.
You have to be retarded.
Yeah, but they love.
to
Oh, they are
tattoo
fucking
your
retarded.
pupils.
What about the people who split their tongues? Like I told my dad about it.
That's not okay. That one is not that bad.
The splitting
that
tongues.
one's not
What?
bad.
What do you mean
not that bad.
What are you talking
Okay, I'm
about?
sorry. Tattooing a pupil is 100 times
But
fucking
splitting
worse.
your taste buds for what?
No,
No,
your,
that's
the
what
tongue
taste
split in half
buds,
is
bro.
fucking weird because then with your whole life you're like
Yeah.
you're like a snake.
Trust me.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
yeah, exactly. You're like,
I won't sell it.
You're trying to eat pussy. You're missing the clit.
no, because they know how to like control the tips of their tongue, but it's like, was all of that worth a fucking video on Instagram?
It'd be kind of cool if you do it like back in the days, like Adam and Eve is like, Eve, trust me, eat the apple. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I thought.
All right,
You don't have to
never
say
again.
never mind,
Never
it's
again.
fine.
Yeah, there's some saying, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
fine.
Because otherwise we're gonna pile up with that never minds.
Yeah, never mind.
I
Well,
want to
the
accuse a
you-
celebrity of rape again.
Tom Hanks. No,
Yeah.
no.
Tom, we're coming for you,
No,
Tom.
I'm ready. If I go to court, I'll be like, listen, I was staring at the table,
I was bombing.
I was free barking.
wasn't wearing the headphones. how should I know?
We're watching Rush Hour. Who cares?
Yeah, for some reason, Rush Hour 3 clip has been on TV this whole time.
Yeah, no, the lip split.
No, the lip split's crazy. But you know what? Dick piercing, crazier than lip split.
There's a guy in my class who got his dick pierced, and he told us this in the first week before anyone knew each other. And mind you, he's also
Of this trade school?
yeah,
Okay.
and he's like 40, and the guy's always fucking high, and he's like, yeah, I got my dick pierced, and then these 20-year-olds in my class are like, they're like kids basically,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, how do you do anal? And he's like, yeah, you just lube it up, and I'm just like, that's fucking disgusting. Could you imagine trying to shove your dick in a tight asshole with a ring stretching your dick?
Yeah.
So then I have this whole theory now that he basically just takes it in the ass and then he comes and his dick's completely useless.
So the guy's gay. Like,
That's the whole.
like, why is the guy all of a sudden?
Well, whatever,
taking
he's
up the
gay,
ass?
straight. Either way, there's no way he's using his cock because even if it's a pussy, like even if the pussy's like bigger than your dick, you don't want this ring dragging. I guess my stance on body modification is no.
No, I mean,
don't do it.
I'm with you mostly because it's like a police identification thing with me, but like
you want to get an earring or whatever the fuck, but why make your body
so
worse?
I think
That's what I
so.
don't
Okay,
get.
so
Yeah,
earrings
don't make your body worse.
So
Yeah.
Russians believe that earrings are gay. Like I was raised that and also nothing wrong with being gay. All right, nothing wrong with being gay. We love the gays, especially when they buy cocaine. But Russians, like I was raised,
sounds like
to
a you
believe,
thing.
huh?
Sounds like a you thing.
Anyways, Russians believe that like
I love
the way-
laxatives before anal.
yeah, pure for men.
See Russian 7
So-
more times.
So yeah, so Russians believe if you pierce any part of your body, that's like a sign of you being
You're gay?
So I never got anything pierced
And
because
tattoos?
I'm gay.
But tattoos. What about
Yeah,
tattoos?
it's true. Any gay guy's like me, no piercings.
yeah, exactly. Just trying to hide the fact that I'm gay. But no, I don't. That's why I never. But also body formication. Like I have one tattoo.
Yeah.
It's
What if you
like
what if you
tra-
were
I got
gay?
it when
you
I
get
was
sealed up. I was gay.
like I got it when I was 15. I was basically high on meth from 15 to 17. So like I'm not gonna fucking
Get an earring on your left nut.
No.
Because
I know a guy. My ex-girlfriend, when she was like trying to get back at me, fucked this bouncer of this bar,
Okay.
who like had a problem with me.
She got
and,
you.
And the bouncer had devil tattooed on his dick,
Devil?
and I always thought that was fucking stupid because like
It's all stupid. Why?
no. I'll tell you why I think it's stupid. Okay, because you could have put godlike.
Yeah.
It's longer in letters
Yeah.
than devil,
Yeah.
and it's not offensive to God,
Right.
and it actually makes more sense.
I don't think God's looking at him like, okay.
No, did I ever tell you about that time where I was driving and I was so tired that I fell asleep at the wheel at a stop sign and I started coasting slowly and I wake up to this like 600-pound woman leaning against my fucking hood. I look up.
I love how a dick tattoo pulls this memory from you.
So she's leaning on my car. She's like, "What the fuck?" And I look at her shirt, and it literally just says "Hail Satan" with the apocalypse logo on it.
Yeah.
So in my mind, and I'm like half asleep, I'm like, "Shouldn't you be thanking me, you piece of shit, you fucking Satanist?" Like, wow, like how are you offended morally as a Satanist? Like I hit you with my car. Isn't that a mitzvah?
That's a great way to say
You know?
you ran over somebody. She's just leaning against my window.
Well, she was leaning against my hood of my car. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
you-
run in- no,
you
I was
hate her.
No, I was slowly driving into her, like very slowly, and she just
All right.
leaned on my car. And I woke up to the sound of Peter doing the podcast, basically hitting my
Peter
hood.
banging on the table.
Someone banging on my car, and then I see all this. Like, imagine wearing like a very. In my mind, "Hail Satan" is as unrespectable as like a swastika, basically. So I was like, I'm sorry for what I just did, but you're also fucking sketch.
But the phrasing.
Like the least person I would care about would be a Satan worshiper.
But I love your phrasing. It's like when I woke up, she was there, and I'm like, "You were sleeping?"
Yeah, I know. For a second, I dozed off, and
Actually, I'm gonna go out and say we're pro Satan worshippers on this podcast.
Nah, that's all.
One, because I met one in jail when I was 18. He was like the coolest guy I ever met. Two,
yeah. But if he fucks you over, like I
two-
can't believe it, the Satan worshiper. Who would have thought?
no, but two, like they do big things in the States because apparently, the Temple of Satan or whatever. Like there's
Yeah.
two of them. One that actually believes in Satan. They're all
Where is that?
retarded, whatever.
Okay.
But in the States, like the Satanic Church or whatever, because
Where's
it's
that?
they like defend abortion rights in like states that don't have abortion rights, and like they preach science and they want to keep religion out of schools, and like they do a lot of positive shit for
So
the
the right
community.
way.
So we are pro Satan worshippers on this podcast,
Nah,
even though
yeah, it's all you.
we're
not.
anti Satan, huh?
No, I think you could do all those things without praising an invisible fucking made up red character. It's like,
Yeah, but it's like if you
like,
you
why not
don't
Mickey
like
Mouse? I'm
I don't believe
anti-abortion.
in like okay,
Yeah.
so look, I don't believe in God, right? So God, Satan, hell, heaven, this and that, it's all made up shit. So whether someone is pro Satan or pro God, it's the same fucking fairy
no,
tale.
but to me, you're a weirdo. If you,
Huh?
like, I think they're weirdos.
No, if you like fucking do blood sacrifices
Yeah.
and whatever the fuck else,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
but
ceremonies are
most
fucking weird.
Satan worshippers aren't like that. Most Satan worshippers are just like atheists who think like religion is a joke.
I know,
But-
I know
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
I know.
So
But
it's like
it's weird to be
those
like,
guys are okay. The guys who like fly to Epstein's Island, and you know
No,
what
but
I mean?
even those guys, regular atheists, are like, okay, why can't you just join the atheist club? Why are you?
What atheist club? There's
there
no
are
atheist club.
There is the Atheist Association of America and shit like
yeah,
that.
people
But
who are
I agree
fucking
with you 'cause
virgins. like,
But I agree with you in the sense where it's like, okay, man, don't believe in the Bible, but the evil guy in the Bible,
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's
because
the guy.
If you believe in the devil, it means you believe in a
God, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why.
you know.
But I don't believe in either. But I think
just
it's
be an
cool.
atheist
But I
then.
think it's cool. No, because you can't.
You're networking right
no,
now.
but
That's
listen,
what-
no.
Fucking
Listen.
You're the guy in Epstein's Island who's like, oh, the food is pretty good. I mean,
Are you an affiliate marketer? Like what the fuck?
Listen, what I'm trying to say
See that
is,
Epstein guy over there? Worth
what
billions.
I'm trying to say is, okay,
that you're gay.
Not worse than Satan.
you got me, you buy.
no,